welcome to another episode of Press Start. A few things we're going to jump on to today. Also, just want to let you guys know, yes, I understand that I missed last week. And the reason being is needed some me time, family time. It happens. But don't worry. This one's going to go up. Normal time, normal day. Might be slightly quicker than past few. May not be an hour, may not be 45 minutes, may end up only being 30 minutes. You know, it's just how it'll end up being today. So, there's a few things we're going to go for. We don't have any guests today that I know of. Now, knowing Jack, he may pop in and say hello. He hasn't come by yet, but he might come by and say hello. I think he's working tonight, so by the time he gets to the stream, he's either be passed out, drunk, or not on. So we're gonna get to a few things. So there's been a lot of stuff going on in the past couple of days. That being, new releases, stuff like that. The new GPU from AMD, and some recent deaths from people, and they're two of them. They're sad. They're both sad, and it's unfortunate. Anyways, so we're gonna get on to it. We're gonna start with the AMD's new GPU. From what I understood was the price was $999, so a grand cheaper than Intel's GTX series. Yeah, gotta be honest with you here. AMD's just, they're rocking it. They're going for it. They're pushing for better performance, better pricing. Papa John's, not joking. Papa John, send me a check, please. No, they do really well. They've done quite well when it comes to CPUs. That's been their big thing. And what they've been really good with. So they have their RX 6000 series by AMD. It's coming out. Looking to be about $1,000 which isn't really bad at all. Now, from what I understand, from some of these benchmarks, we're looking at this thing is doing pretty good. I mean, it's getting you your 1440p. It's getting you 4K. I mean, it's all on around solid. So the 6800 XT was pitched at $649, which costs less than the 3080 from the RTX 3080. Which costs $699, and the RTX 3090, is $1,500, which is absolutely insane. Like there must be a massive difference between the 80 and the 90 if, there's gonna be like $800 difference, $900, about $700 difference. That's absolutely insane. And then we look at the RX 6900 XT from AMD, which is $1,000, like I said, $1,000. Dude, they are not only killing it in price, but they're killing it in performance realm as well. So, I mean, now, does that mean still pre-order it? No. I've told you guys time and time again, don't pre-order, ever. Don't pre-order. That's just, it's just me. Don't pre-order. because people will find out the problems with your device that you bought. You'll find it out, and honestly, it'll end up being a waste of money because you aren't going to get your money back by the time you start finding these things. Excuse me. By the time you start finding these things, you're not gonna be able to return that thing at all. You're not gonna be able to get a refund on it, and you're gonna be finding those things anywhere between a few days of having it, the day of, or even a couple weeks after. People still find problems, and those usually get fixed when the next one comes out. When they do kind of like do some wars, they just kind of fix some of the capacitors or whatever on, say, a graphics card and stuff like that, or PlayStation software, it just wasn't right, so they had to do a fix on it. But the fact of the matter is that I've told you guys before, don't pre-order. I don't care how good it is. I don't care how clean it looks. Don't pre-order. It's a waste of money. 100%, always will be, without a doubt. Next thing we want to get to is, I don't know any of you. If you do, I'm interested in WoW. I would love to have played it, but I can't afford that $15 a month to play it. I'm not gonna do that. Man, I am just yawning today. Anyways, guys, so in news as far as World of Warcraft goes, Shadowlands has their pre-sales is the highest for any WoW expansion pack that's been released, which is insane. It's the highest numbers they've had in a decade as far as player engagement. This was supposed to be coming out. I've been hearing a lot of hype on it, and it seems like it's doing great. It looks clean, looks really good. I'm super excited about it. I don't know what to tell you. I would love to play it. I don't know a lot about it. I don't know what to tell you about it. I got a few things here that I can tell you about it, but in general, I've never played it. I've never played WoW. I've been interested in it. The only thing close that I played to WoW is Elder Scrolls Online, and that's not the same. Not the same at all. Well, yeah, it's not even close. And I'm just, anyways, I'll just go through here. Basically, the Shadowlands has more pre-sales than every expansion pack of World of Warcraft in the 16-year history of World of Warcraft. Now, it may not hold true from what we understand for overall sales after it launches. So, maybe we'll find out, right? Basically, they generate over $1 billion in annual net booking, with Call of Duty and Candy Crush, which is crazy how Blizzard does this. So basically, the franchise, this is from PC Gamer, and it says franchise engagement is at its highest level for this stage, ahead of an expansion in a decade. Activision Blizzard COO Daniel Allegri. I don't know how to say his last name. I don't know. Okay. It's not completely clear. This seems to mean that more people are kind of playing ahead, and getting ahead for Shadowlands release, and there have been before on previous expansion packs. They had, the last one, which was Cataclysm. Basically, the existing player base there is more engaged than they were for Mists of Pandaria, Warlords of Draenor, Legion, or Battle for Azeroth. The COO also noted that World of Warcraft's monthly active users have been stable and increasing since the launch of Classic last year. Classic was a huge jump, in my opinion, for them. A lot of people remember playing Classic, and that's what they're fond of. It's very nostalgic. They remember it. They loved it. And so it wouldn't be surprising that their player base just jumps back up to where it needs to be, which, in all honesty, is not surprising at all. I swear I'm yawning through half of this. It's really late here by the time I'm doing this anyways. So it comes out November 23rd. Basically has a lot of going on for it. So I would, if you play World of Warcraft, get it. Go for it. 100%. If that's your cup of tea, I would bang it out. If you can afford to get it, go for it. I'd buy it. But, like I said, I would love to play World of Warcraft, but it would take up so much of my time, and I don't have the money to pay the monthly fee. I just can't do it. But it would be a really, really solid time. I mean, I've always had an interest in it and never gotten around to getting it. Now, I'm going to move on here to a few things. 2020 has been doing a lot. So some of you may have already heard the news, but Samsung's, one of Samsung's extremely influential chairman, Lee Kun-hee, died at 78 years old on October 25th. Basically, he's been in the hospital a lot for the past 6 years, with having problems with heart attacks. The company didn't name a successor, so we have no idea who is coming. But Lee's son and de facto leader, vice chairman Lee Jae-young, is considered one of the most likely candidates. Lee Kun-hee leaves behind a company that's very, very massive and has huge than before he started it. I mean, he was a great guy. He became a chairman in '87, known for growing Samsung from a relatively modest and often local focused company to a heavyweight in many areas of electronics. Which, by the way, Samsung does a lot. Like, they make a lot of things. They don't make just cell phones and TVs and tablets. No, they make appliances, TV, smartphones. They make displays, memory, for anything. But yeah, they make a lot of things, and you would be surprised at how much stuff Samsung actually makes, especially in Korea. They get a lot of stuff over there, more than what we have here. Basically, Samsung likes to credit the huge jump in their growth to what they call a new management meeting in '93, where I guess Lee had spent about 3 days outlining an entire revamping, basically, of the company culture, and that basically helped create a global powerhouse of a business. I mean, it was just, he worked on that for 3 days. Wall Street Journal noted that Lee often had a hands-on approach, calling emergency meetings to review problems, influencing hiring decisions, and launching new products on short notice. He's well known for his symbolic 1995 move, where he ordered workers to burn tens of thousands of devices for poor quality. If Lee felt there was an issue, he'd ramp up pressure until it was fixed, and fixed quickly. They seem to do a better job of that than PlayStation and Activision. God, don't get me started. Activision's absolute garbage. They can't do their stuff right ever. But But Lee's chairmanship was marked by scandals. However, he was convicted in '95 for bribing South Korea's president, and in 2008 for embezzlement and tax evasion. While he resigned, his clout was such that he received a pardon in hopes he would win the 2018 Winter Olympics for South Korea, which he did, by the way. There's been a lot of talk about succession. Samsung's been receiving a lot of criticism for keeping leadership in the family, which I can understand that to an extent, but the fact of the matter is like, that's that culture over there. They still fairly keep to that. That was also a common European trait. I mean, some things are family run. I mean, if this is a family business, like, he created it, or at least have been building it up for a long time, it would make sense, you know, if this happens. But this was particularly after Lee Jae-young was convicted of bribery and embezzlement. The firm has spent recent years trying to distance itself from Lee Kun-hee's ethical concerns, and his son has claimed that he won't pass leadership to his kids as much as the elder Lee defined the modern Samsung. It's going crazy. Lee's influences definitely can be felt today for sure. Definitely in these current times, there's a good chance, you know, if you don't own at least one Samsung product or use a device, like for instance an Apple phone uses a Samsung part, which is the screen. Samsung makes the screens for Apple. Lee played a huge role in Samsung today being where it's at today. I'll be honest with you guys. I mean, Samsung makes a lot of stuff. I mean, even at one point they were making cars. It was insane. They do their own thing. But yeah, they make memory, like screens. Apple screens are made by Samsung. Why? Because Samsung does a really good job at it, and two, probably because Apple, it would be too expensive for Apple to just kind of get their own setup started to start making their own screens, kind of stuff. It's kind of like that. Also, we're just gonna go ahead and move on though, because we have another very sad death. I don't know about some of you, but I grew up watching a lot of things. I even grew up watching James Bond movies. And I bet you probably know what I'm getting to right now. But I watched a lot of movies, and James Bond movies were definitely a huge part of my my childhood. And I've watched just about everyone. I haven't watched Octopussy, but I think that's the only one I haven't watched. I've watched all the ones from Sean Connery. I skipped Octopussy, but I've watched the rest. And they're all great movies. I even have two of Sean Connery's movies as James Bond on tape. I literally have it on VHS tape, just sitting over here. Got it in a garage sale when I was like 14, 15 years old. It was great. But unfortunately, Sean Connery has passed away. He died at 90. I mean, he lived quite a long time. And man, it's gonna suck. He was very talented. He was great. I liked him. I thought he was great. I mean, he was the gold standard for James Bond movies. But he passed away in his sleep. He's had a long period of illnesses and stuff like that. But he died at 90. In his sleep. And from what I understand is He died in the Bahamas in his sleep. Man, would that be a best place to die? Is just die in the Bahamas. In your sleep. Peacefully, I guess you could say. That'd be one great place to way to die. Just a great way to die. But he was knighted, by the way, by the Queen. So he is Sir Sean Connery. And I can't remember when he was knighted. I could probably look that up real quick. But yeah, he was knighted by the Queen of England. Let me look here. Let's see here. Okay, that's right. So he was knighted 20 years ago by the Queen of England, which was what about 20 years ago. It was crazy. But I'm glad he is a sir. He is a sir. And I'm curious. I'm actually going to get onto eBay real quick. Because I'm curious if people have already started selling his movies again. Let's see here. Let's see if how much they're trying to sell them for. Let's see if I can do VHS. Here we go. Wow. So good news is no one is trying to sell his some of the movies he's in for a stupid price, because I just looked it up. Diamonds Are Forever VHS, $1.99, $1.40, $5, $8, $11, an entire set which had From Russia, Goldfinger, Diamonds Are Forever, plus some more, $30, $20 for Diamonds Are Forever, Goldfinger, and Thunderball. Yeah. Good news is they're not trying to sell them for outrageous prices right now, and that's what I was expecting to happen after his death, to start selling memorabilia and movies and stuff that people would want to have and put them at a huge price. No. He was in a lot. He was in Red October. He was in quite a few movies. There's one that I can't think of off the top of my head, but it was kind of like a I guess it would be like almost like a steampunk Halloween type film. Jekyll and Hyde, vampire in it. I mean, it was some crazy stuff, some great stuff too. I mean, he was in quite a few movies, quite a great movies actually, quite a bit of great movies. Wonderful actor. 100%. It's great. So recently, some interesting stuff. So we can get into some Riot stuff, but so League of Legends, there's going to be a single player League of Legends game called Rune King that'll come out in 2021. There was an announcement trailer, and I have not watched it yet. It was announced in 2019. It was literally the first ever single player League of Legends game. Basically, it was the first game to come out of the Riot Forge publishing label. Today, Riot announced that Rune King, a League of Legends story, as it's officially named, will go into full release on Steam and Epic Game Store in early 2021. Hello, Kyle. Welcome to the podcast. Okay, he left. So that seems like it'll be interesting. I haven't watched it, and there's not a lot of information right now. But from what this says here, it's a MOBA. I guess it would still be technically a MOBA. Rune King is a great way to expand the world of Runeterra for brand new players, as well for our dedicated League of Legends fans, right? Forge head Leanne Lumby said, Rune King will be the first single-player game to bring the LoL universe to both consoles and PC. We're excited to take this plunge into exploring stories and champions that players have enjoyed over the years, and can't wait for our players to embark on a new adventure with us. Seems interesting. So maybe she's going to have different storylines, campaign storylines or something, to kind of go into detail and go over their characters. That'd be interesting. It would be really, really interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if it kicked off pretty good. Also, if you guys haven't yet, so Seraphine is now live. Excuse me. Basically, there's a lot about her. She's a new mage. I would like to play her, kind of see if I like her or not, but Seraphine is now live, so you can go play her if you want to. Guys, it's been great. I would like to go ahead and, if you guys haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel. It really means a lot. Share this with your friends. Super helpful, super great, and I really appreciate everything. Now, my Twitch stuff will also be in the description, okay? I'll be live Monday, but I also have an interview that day, early in the afternoon, but that's not going to interfere with the stream. But guys, seriously, super grateful. Thank you, everyone who comes by the stream and hangs out with me. Those of you who are subscribed to the channel here, please go ahead and give me a follow on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and go ahead and like and subscribe here if you haven't already, and share it with your friends. I appreciate it, guys. I also want to kind of shout out to the ambassadorship that we have here at ReppSports Productions, and as my wonderful stream as well, we have Raze Energy. Now, it is a solid energy drink company, especially for it being 0 calories, 0 sugar. It's solid. It's delicious. It's amazing. I like it. You know, it tastes good. 0 carbs, 0 sugars. You know, 0 artificial colors. So it's delicious. It really is. There's quite a few that I love and I think are amazing. There's quite a few that I don't think are great, but still drinkable. And oddly enough, the one that I dislike the most and will not touch ever, there's a huge group of people apparently that like it and think it tastes great. I think they're crazy. I don't think it tastes great. Maybe that's just me, but that would be the grape one. I don't like the grape one, but I'll tell you what, Baja Lime, boom, and that smacks hard. Guys, seriously, I appreciate you guys coming by. Like I said, it was going to be a quick one today. Kyle bounced out. I thought he was going to chill out, but I guess not. It feels bad. Anyways, folks, I'll be back Monday with the stream. This goes up, and then we'll be back with hopefully another episode next weekend, and we should have a video going up this coming week. Anyways, guys, appreciate it. Have a great day. Take care of yourselves, and make sure to drink water and take some vitamins. Take it easy.